Like many small businesses in Britain, fish and chip shop owner Harry Niazi hoped for government help to keep his London restaurant going in the face of rocketing energy bills and soaring inflation. But an economic plan announced last week by Prime Minister Liz Truss's new government brought no relief. Far from it. For Niazi and millions across the United Kingdom, things went from bad to worse after the promise of huge unfunded tax cuts sparked turmoil in financial markets and sent the British pound tumbling to a record low against the US dollars this week.
The consumers need to know whether they eat or heat, and that fine balance is getting ever so fine, and I'm terrified of putting my prices up. We have a good volume of customers coming in. We don't want to lose that volume, but every day something goes up in price. And I don't know what we're going to do, how we're going to cope.
The pound's slide hits many businesses hard because imported materials and commodities like natural gas, they are priced in dollars, will be more expensive. Businesses may be forced to pass the cost on to consumers, which would further push up inflation already close to a 40-year high at 9.9%. There will be yet another squeeze on people whose household energy bills are going up Saturday, even though Truss plan capped a more devastating 80% rise as natural gas prices soar.
Everything's based on the dollar. Diesel for the vessels to catch the fish, cars to import and trucks to deliver the deliveries, to deliver our products. It has a big impact, a big impact. Diesel prices was going down, now it's starting to go up again. I don't know anything about running a country, but I know what the government's doing is hurting everybody, the majority of people.
The haddock, cod, and other white fish he imports are also priced in dollars, and that cost had already gone up hugely since July, when Britain's government imposed a 35% tariff on Russian seafood imports as part of sanctions over the war in Ukraine.
The low pound is going to affect the price of fish. We've already seen, due to inflation, fish double in price. I know in this restaurant it is 30%, but the imported fish from Norway and Iceland has doubled in price. It's the most expensive it's ever been. We've just had a tariff introduced on Russian caught white fish, which is around about 50% of the fish coming into the country. But government didn't put it on all the Russian white fish because some of it comes in via other countries such as China, and it's processed and its origin changes them. So it's really affected the fish and chip industry. Then on top of that, the low pound is going to drive the price up even further because fish is bought in dollars. So we're going to face more increases.
The mood of uncertainty had heightened since the government unveiled a plan to cut £45 billion in taxes, while giving no details on spending reductions, meaning they will rely on borrowing to fund public spending. Officials also want to spend billions more to subsidize steeply climbing energy bill for homes and businesses. The plans were met with widespread concern from economists and investors about ballooning government debt, and the International Monetary Fund warned that the moves could worsen inflation and the cost of living crisis.